Terao is coming out for his final fight. He's not doing very well. If he loses this one, it's said he'll retire. Well, he wins it, but the word is he's announced his retirement. So that's the last time for the great wrestler to fight in the pro sumo ring. He was in the Makuuchi division for a very long time. He's 39 years old, doesn't look it, extremely fit. He's a lightweight wrestler, extremely long and glorious career, finally coming to an end with his retirement. But here's the two people everybody's looking at. They're still fighting. It's the ring entering ceremonies of the Yokozuna, and it's full house on day 15. Well, we go into the first of our fights on the last day. Asanowaka, one of the criticisms of sumo today is that it lacks individuals, and yet Asanowaka was an incredible individual, had a very flamboyant style, used to chuck the salt down, pose on the edge, and the sumo people told him to tone it down. Well, he did tone it down, and sumo was the loser for that, I think. Well, as I talk, he gets shoved out with oshidashi. Gojoro wins that, gets 8 wins, and kachikoshi, and Asanowaka finally gets 8 losses and makikoshi on the final day. Now, Ushiomaru, short squat wrestler. In his debut, he's got 8 wins so far. He's done well, fights Aminishiki. They've never fought before. Nice head-banging start there from the two. The lightweight wrestler moving around fast, legs crumple at the edge. Looked like he went into the circle there, the buried straw bales, a little too fast, and his legs crumpled on that. So that was 8th loss of makikoshi for Aminishiki and 9th win for Ushiomaru. So very good performance from the newcomer in his first Makuuchi basho. Now Hokutoriki fights Wakanoyama. Wakanoyama, the man who came into the Makuuchi division in '92, then because of diabetes and well, mainly diabetes, had to drop out for 28 bashos. That's nearly 5 years drop out. Eventually came back in '99. Well, Wakanoyama loses that one. He's done all right though. He's got 8 wins and 7 losses this basho, just one behind his previous basho, but he'll be up the rankings a bit. Hokutoriki gets the same, 8 wins and 7. Now we have Kyokushuzan. He's doing a lot better than last time. Kyokushuzan's now has got 8 wins. Previous basho he had only 1 win. Here fighting Buyuzan with 5 wins. Kyokushuzan being driven around the ring there. Well, Buyuzan went for that too much, driving round, and as Kyokushuzan circled on the inside of the ring, Buyuzan lost the plot and went flying over the edge. So slap down win there for Kyokushuzan. Final result 9-6 for him and 5-10 for Buyuzan, 10 being the losses. Tokitsuumi against Toki. They've fought 8 times previously. Toki's won 5. Toki, much the bigger of the two, 176 kilos. Tokitsuumi 134. Toki doing the usual roughhouse tactics there. But it's Tokitsuumi who locks in 2 arms round the body of Toki and hustles him out. So Toki misjudged that one a bit. He's only got 4 wins at the end of this tournament. 4 wins and 11 losses. Very poor basho for Toki. He usually has a good winning streak and does well, or he has a bad losing streak. Well, he's had a losing streak this time round. Tokitsuumi goes to the end with 7 wins and 8 losses. Now Shimotori against Tochisakae. They fought twice. Shimotori's won twice. Slow descent to the floor by Shimotori, but he keeps Tochisakae on the run and eventually tips him over with oshitaoshi. Push down from Shimotori. 5 win, 10 loss. Final score for Shimotori. 2 win, 9 loss for Tochisakae, who dropped out, of course, for 4 days earlier on in the basho. We see the size of the sumo stadium here in Japan. It takes about 12,000 people. Now Kyokutenho against Tochinonada. 5 times they fought before. Kyokutenho's won 2 of them. Tochinonada there making all the going, but then eventually gets spun round. But I must say I find Kyokutenho an interesting wrestler to watch. Seems weak, and yet he pulls off some really good moves and he beats some good people. He beat, of course, Takanohana in the day 2 of this basho. And he's got a good range of techniques. Tochinonada there taking his 11th loss, and Kyokutenho taking his 8th win and kachikoshi. Miyabiyama on the left against Tamakasuga. Well, Miyabiyama's got no injuries that anybody's aware of, and he's only got 6 wins, so he's not doing it particularly well. But there he takes his 7th win, galvanized himself into action, gets the pull down there over Tamakasuga. Tamakasuga's done well. If he'd won that prize, he would have, if he'd won that particular bout there, he would have got a prize at the end. That would have put him into 11 wins. He's got 10 as it is. Now Takanowaka, who's very popular amongst the young women here in Japan, fights Takanonami. They fought 4 times. Takanonami's won 3 of them. Takanonami looking strong though. His ankles certainly seem to be holding up this basho. He's got the height, and he likes to encircle the opponent's arms. We can just see it on this side. He's got his right arm locked in tight. Maybe he'll go for the... Well, that was interesting there. Takanowaka tried the overarm throw, but Takanonami's arms just locked solid, and Takanowaka threw himself, just slid off as Takanonami just braked into a halt. So 7th win for Takanonami and 7th loss for Takanowaka. Takanowaka doing all right. He's got kachikoshi. Takanonami with makikoshi. Now Robocop, Takamisakari, who's not doing at all well, has only got 4 wins. He was, this basho was new Komusubi, bottom of the top grouping of wrestlers, not divisions, just the rankings at the top of this division. But with his result, he'll go back down to the Maegashira rankings. He's only fought once before. Takamisakari won that one. Kotoryu tries that overarm throw. Takamisakari unable to do much about that. Gets flipped over and turned around a bit as he gets as he bites the dust. Well, the crowd love Takamisakari's gestures, always slightly extravagant. There's Masashi Maro. Look at the size of him, 237 kilos. That's 520 pounds or thereabouts. 37 stone, considerably heavier than his opponent, Takanohana. Now Tamanoshima, 153 kilos. Tosanumi, 162. Looks heavier than 162. Looks more like 175 kilos, but that's what the weighing machine tells us. And Tamanoshima wins that one. That's his 8th win. Kachikoshi, 9th loss for Tosanumi. And he waits there for the prize money on the Gyoji's Raw fan. Well, this is what the whole of Japan's waiting for. Takanohana's proved he can come back, proved he can recover from his very bad knee injury, which happened in a playoff in May last year. Now we have Wakano Sato against Koromitsuki. These two have fought 9 times previously. Koromitsuki's won 5 of them. Wakano Sato on the left there seems to rely too much on his power, needs to get a bit more technique in his sumo. Koromitsuki full of sumo. Wakano Sato kicks off with some hard slaps to his face. Koromitsuki ignores them, locks in tight. Wakano Sato as well, trying a bit of technique there, tries the inside leg lift. But Koromitsuki runs back round, gets the grip, tries the yorikiri. So from that double grip there, thrusts his stomach in and starts to try and run Wakano Sato back. He's got the overarm grip there, but he doesn't look as though he's quite The wrestlers usually don't like a deep overarm grip, they like a shallow overarm grip. There's more effect if it's near the front of the belt. So there, well, that was very neatly done. Kotomitsuki had the underarm grip, but he run him sideways and out. So nice exchange there for Kotomitsuki. That gives him 12 wins. Very much better than he's done over his previous tournaments. He had 7 wins last time, 0 before that, 8 before that. Here he is back with 12 wins. Now, it's all excitement's mounting here. Mongolian, the fighter against Musayama. Musayama, lacking his usual sparkle. Asashoryu, the fighter, very much lighter. He's only 21 years old, hasn't been in the ring that long, about 12 bashos he's had altogether, including this one. Now he's determined to win. He's got 5 losses so far. Needs to keep his double figures. That's to say, he wants to go out of this with 10 wins at least. As a new Ozeki tries a leg trip, brings it off beautifully, it dumps Musayama. So Asashoryu in this basho gets 10 wins and 5 losses. Not quite as good as last time when he had 12 wins, and the 2 basho previous to that when he had 11 wins each time. Now we have 2 guys who pulled back from the race for the cup yesterday and the day before. Chiyotakai with 10 wins, Kaio with 11 wins. Now these 2 have fought 21 times. Chiyotakai's won 11 of them. Kaio's strong though, and Kaio takes it. Kaio shoves Chiyotakai out with oshidashi. Competent victory there. 12 wins for Kaio. That's the sort of score an Ozeki should have at the end of a basho. And Chiyotakai with only 10 wins. Not such a good result for the Ozeki. And now the deciding match. Whoever wins this one wins the Emperor's Cup. They fought 47 times before. Takanohana's won 29 of them. But Masashi Maru's had a good long run this last 7-8 bashos or so. He's won 11 tournaments so far. Takanohana's won 22, but the last one he won was a couple of years ago, some time ago. Weight-wise, Masashi Maru 237 kilos. Takanohana 150 kilos. That's 87 kilos difference between them. Nearly 200 pounds body weight difference between the 2 of them. That's a big man, and that's the difference between their body weights. Now Masashi Maru will no doubt try and close Takanohana down, get his hands on the belt, use his massive bulk. There they go, head to head, heads bang. Takanohana tries to pull down, goes for the throat. Masashi Maru looking for the belt. So it's a certain amount of struggling. Now he gets his grip. Dangerous moment for Takanohana. Takanohana gets shoved out. It's Masashi Maru who takes the title, the Yusho, the tournament win. And Takanohana drops amongst the crowd. Well, a disappointment, no doubt, for Takanohana. No doubt he wanted to come back and win this tournament to prove all his critics, and there are many of them in Japan who criticised him bitterly for not fighting for 7 basho, to prove that he could do it. But he's gone out with a very honourable record. 12 wins and 3 losses, and proved that his knee's okay, his fighting spirit's there, and who's to say next time out how he'll do. Good chance that he'll win the basho in 2 months' time. Well, there's the final scores. The victory went to Masashi Maru with 13 wins and 2 losses. Runner-up, although there's no official placing as such, for Takanohana with 12 wins and 3 losses. Also at the same level, Kaio with 12 wins and 3. Kotomitsuki with 12 wins and 3. And the prize goes, one of the prizes, only one prize given for this particular tournament, goes to Kotomitsuki. Well, he did extremely well, 12 wins and 3 losses. Well, here's the big man, originally from the Pacific island of Samoa, been in Japanese sumo quite a long time. Came in 1989 as a young lad. And here, his own stable, sorry, not stable boss, the head of the Sumo Association, the Rijicho, hands him the Shihai, the Emperor's Cup. That's 12th win for Masashi Maru, and here's his supporters doing the traditional Banzai 3 times. And there you see it. Fighting Spirit Prize, the Kanto Show goes to Kotomitsuki. Well, that's a happy Masashi Maru. He beat the Yokozuna. Well, he certainly looks relaxed there. Well, thank you for joining us. We'll be back soon with the next basho on Eurosport, the Sumo channel. This is Syd Hoare from Tokyo. Bye for now. Sayonara.